Hello, welcome to another Becoming a Modern Man. We are playing a Hulk Flash deck once again, and this time it's against a Grixis control deck. This is an example of sort of the deck running on all cylinders, to be honest. Or possibly just getting a bit lucky, as we did in this matchup, I suppose. So, this is our opener. We got double Serum Visions, Ideas Unbound, Faithless Looting, 3 lands. Obviously no combo pieces, but a lot of draw, which seems like a decent keep. So let's run with that. So lead off with a Serum Visions. We see Viscera Seer body double on top, which going to bottom both of those. We don't particularly want to draw either of those. Draw to Taxing Probe, which is nice. Opponent just leads off with a Bloodstained Mire, and we draw into Protean Hulk on our turn, so that's one half of the combo. We probe, just draw an extra card, see what our opponent is working with. Double Bolt and a lot of lands, so not the best of hands for our opponent, which is obviously very good for us. Obviously, and the fact he hasn't got any counter magic or anything in there, despite being a blue deck, is certainly good for us. Draw Mog Fanatic, which isn't something we particularly wanted to see, but we can always discard it to Faceless Looting or the Ideas Unbound. Could have played Ideas here, but I'm going for the Serum Visions. Then we're going to Scry, and then we can Faithless Looting, follow that up, which seems like a nice combination of plays. We draw Body Double and then see a couple of lands on top, so we're just going to pitch them away. We don't want to see those. And now we can Looting to see 2 more cards. And we find Footsteps and Protean Hulk, which is nice. We discard one of our Hulks and one of the Fanatics, and we're all set up for a turn 3 win here. Provide our does. So, touches up a Watery Grave, plays another Mire. We crack our Mire into a Watery Grave, and just going to go for it here. It's possible he had a Remand or a Mana Leak or something to disrupt us, but I think we just go for it, knowing that his hand is land and a couple of Lightning Bolts. So he had one chance to draw a card that could stop us from comboing. So I think you just go for it there. So sack the Hulk. Get Body Double Viscera Seer. Copy the Hulk. Get Revelark Viscera Seer, because the Mog Fanatic's already in the graveyard. Also, having double Viscera Seer is an insurance policy against him bolting in response to our sacrificing the Revelark and choosing the creatures we want to bring back. So that is also positive, given that we know he has bolts, and that could be something we would try to do. So there's not really much he can do about this now. We sack the Revelark, bring back Body Double Mog Fanatic, and we can just combo off, and he can't kill both our Viscera Seers with the cards in hand, so that works out perfectly, and we actually get the turn 3 win there, so nice to see. So let's move on to game 2. This chat doesn't seem to be working. So this is our hand. Bit of a sketchy keep, I suppose. Kind of relying a lot on Faithless Looting, but we are on the draw at least. Otherwise, we've got quite a nice hand. We've got Pact of Negation, double Pact of Negation, and Thoughtseize to back up our combo. Drawing the double Viscera Seer is not very good, and is probably the best reason to actually sideboard. Mulligan this hand. Without the Sacrifice outlet, we can't actually properly combo. So it's perfectly possible to just hard cast the Viscera Seer, but it just means we can't trigger it with the Protean Hulk, which means we're going to have to search up Revelark and Mog Fanatic instead, which isn't an instant win, unfortunately. So, just a second, sorry. Okay, sorry about that, just had to take a quick phone call. Yeah, our greedy keep, we draw Body Double, so not particularly what we wanted. Obviously we want to see some lands, if ideally. So crack the Delta, faithless looting. We find our combo, which is very nice, but we do need those lands, so also kind of not nice. So we're going to discard the Hulk and the body double here, just pass, and hope to draw a land for our next turn, I guess. Or another faithless looting, I suppose, would be acceptable. Opponent just runs out some lands, not really up to anything. Rugged Taxing Probe, which at least will draw us a little bit deeper. See our opponent's hand of Dispel, Spell Snare, Roast and Lightning Bolt. Not sure what Roast is still doing in the deck, unless he just had nothing to sideboard out. Spell Snare doesn't do a great deal against our current hand, can counter Ideas Unbound and Is It Charm though, so something to be wary of. Dispel, again, doesn't do anything against our current hand particularly, and Bolt is again fine, so not a particularly aggressive hand from our opponent, so that's definitely a positive, but we do have to watch out for those counters he's got in his deck, but they don't actually counter the combo, so that does work in our favour. Draw into Faithless Looting, so possibly drawn that wasn't a land, which finds us Is It Charm and Scalding Tarn. So now we just need to think of what we want to discard. Can't quite remember what we did. I think I did. Yeah, I thought about discarding both Viscera Seers, but it is the case that we might want to hardcast the Viscera Seer just to get the combo actually going. So discard Viscera Seer and discard the second pack. I don't feel like, or at least based on the current hand, that we're going to need 2 Pact Negations, so I decided to discard that. So, question mark, we could have discarded Thoughtseize instead. Less necessary given that we probably able to counter anything that he's got. Could have run out Viscera Seer here, but it's going to be a removal spell probably, which doesn't seem great for us, and kind of defies the point. We just need it to be in play for when we hit our combo. So our opponent plays a Spellskite, which doesn't really do anything against us. No, nothing at all really. So fine with him playing that. We found our third land, which is pretty ridiculous. Opponent also out of blue mana, as he's only got Blood Crypt untapped. So we're going to actually be able to combo off on turn 3 again, which is pretty sick. Sack the Protean Hulk. Oh, actually no, I forget, we aren't able to combo off. What we can do is search Revelark and Mog Fanatic, and then next turn we can Viscera Seer to combo off on turn 3. I mean turn 4 rather than turn 3. But now the Revelark's in play, we're in a fairly good position. There's not a whole lot he can do. When it leaves play, it's going to trigger and I'm going to get my Viscera Seer back. So, or Viscera Seer and Body Double, so we're in a fairly good position. And even if he like bounced it or exiled it somehow, which isn't really possible in the colours he's playing, I'd be able to make a copy of the Protean Hulk and have a 6/6 beater, which I think would be a problem for him. So there is that. Unfortunately, our opponent doesn't seem to fully understand the combo and actually tries to bolt our Revelark end of turn, which is entirely what I wanted him to do. Killing the Revelark was the only thing that I couldn't do, that he could do. That helped me out quite a lot. So now we just get back to Viscera Seer and Body Double, copy the Revelark, and we get to go off. So our opponent helped us out there, but I feel like next turn we probably would have won anyway, as we were able to run out our Viscera Seer. And should have been able to combo off from there, but as it happens, our opponent helped us out a bit and allowed us to do it on turn 3. So yeah, a fairly dominating performance. I'm not sure if our opponent's deck was the best it could have been. His hand seemed a little sketchy, but he had a lot to contend with us, just having pretty nutty draws and being able to go off really quickly, so maybe we didn't get to see the best of his deck.